everybody, welcome to Bear Attack. I'm Panda Bear, I'm Sam Oceans. I'm joined by my regular co-host, Mr. the Blitz Bear, Nathaniel Patton, and the Polar Bear, Sam Montano, not to be confused with me. And today, the band that we've interviewed before, it's the first time ever, we've had a repeat band. Jane in the Jungle is back, but they are here threefold. We had two last time, now there's three of them. You got
I don't know, I feel pretty close to you guys.
The whole band.
Geographically.
Yeah. Jordan, Brian, and Big B, they're all here.
Woo! Thank you for having us.
Big B has come out of hiding. We are going to make him try and laugh as hard as we possibly can.
We're going to make him answer all the questions tonight.
Yes.
Great.
Well, I guess that'll teach us.
Yeah, ask away.
And anybody that knows our podcast knows we don't ask the boring basic bitch questions. Oh, by the way, we're not censored anymore, so anybody wants to swear, feel free to do so.
I didn't know you were censored in the first place. I'm pretty sure last time I swore up the storm.
I had to edit all that out, dude. There was so much duck quacking going on. It was funny.
Was there?
Yeah, there was.
Brian's such a well-spoken professional man.
Musicians are as musicians do, you know?
They are.
All right, so I have a bunch of burning questions, but I will let my esteemed colleagues go first.
Ask away. I'm fired from the hip tonight.
Start us off with something funny, because I got all the like crazy like actual questions
Serious
that need to be asked. Yeah, most of them.
Well, I'll ask a question. A good icebreaker question. Big B, is it like weird if I tell you that I have like a huge man crush on you?
No, not weird at all.
Well, so this is like the first time full disclosure, I haven't scoured the internet to see other Jane in the Jungle interviews, which I feel like is a missed opportunity now, because then I would kind of know what ground you guys have covered and everything. But I've never heard you speak or anything. So this is like literally my first, like, aside from seeing you looking super badass on Instagram or band photos, it's like, oh, this is Big B's like a real man. He's not just this effigy of.
Not a hologram. He's not a hologram.
Yeah. So, dude, I guess like, I don't know if this is like a stupid question, but first and foremost, I want to ask you, like, you've got so many like badass tattoos. What's the is that like Frankenstein on your hand there?
It's Herman Munster from the Munsters.
Yes, dude. I watched so much of the Munsters when I was a kid on Me TV or whatever it was called. Is that what it was? Like where they had all the old TV shows?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Big B is old enough that he actually grew up when they were doing the original.
He was there at the casting call.
Yeah. Actually, Herman Munster.
I could totally cast Big B in a movie as Frankenstein. That'd be hilarious.
Bearded Frankenstein. Tough Daddy Frankenstein.
Dude, there'd be a market for it.
For sure.
Just have him holding a bass guitar the entire time. Heavy metal Frankenstein. It works for me. Works for you. It's all good.
Right, when do we start filming?
Yeah. Good Halloween idea anyway. When's Jane in the Jungle's Halloween music come out?
Halloween usually.
Excellent.
January, actually. Thank you for asking.
Halloween is year-round with these guys.
Some people do treat Halloween year-round. It's definitely a lifestyle.
Yeah, I go every other month between Christmas and Halloween. So I have January, March, keep going all the way. Every other's Halloween, every other's Christmas.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Because the movie said you have to keep the spirit all year round,
Which movie did that?
Every Christmas movie.
Oh, I don't really watch Christmas movies. Bad Santa's my favorite Christmas movie.
Nice.
Die Hard.
Die Hard's a good Christmas movie too.
Yeah. Do you guys think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, or are you on the side that it's just a Will?
It is. It's a Christmas movie.
Yes.
I think the only person who thinks that it's not a Christmas movie is
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
yeah, and he's wrong.
Only because he doesn't want to be known to be in a Christmas movie.
Didn't he just get diagnosed with like dementia or something of that like?
Would
Yeah.
explain why he doesn't think Die Hard's a Christmas
You
movie.
doesn't remember it, or oh no.
I have a question for Big B, and it's my only not serious question because
Yeah.
I'm like astounded that he's actually here. So
Only questions for Big B tonight. I'm putting my foot down now.
I agree with that.
yeah, so Big B, how does it feel to bring the thunder?
I don't know, just what I do. So it feels cool.
Another day in the office.
Yeah, you're that guy in the band that makes everybody's undercarriage tingle, is what we like to call it around here.
I've never
I
said
like it.
that.
I don't think that's a thing we
I
say
want to
around here
go on
ever.
record as saying that I have never called it that.
I haven't before, but I might start.
I mean,
Hey, I'm not wrong, man.
You said you had crush on him, so this is your opportunity to be fluttered by his thunder.
I'm just saying, you hear a good brown note, you don't feel the same afterward, you know?
Yeah,
That's true. Well,
a lot more of relief and just a few pounds lighter, hopefully.
It depends on the day. Good day or bad day.
Well, you're drinking a lot of coffee, so my guess you have a lot of good days.
Oh, that's mead. That's not coffee.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
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 Yeah. I don't have to work tonight, so there's no coffee for me today.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Do you make your own mead, or
Oh.
is it from superstition?
No. I'm not I'm not Scandinavian enough for that.
Is that who makes me?
Yeah, it's like a, I don't know, it's like
Oh.
Nordic.
Yeah. It's like the Vikings drink of choice. I'm not Big B, if he made his own, that would make sense, but no, not this.
What do you guys drink? What's your beverage of choice?
Maybe you should start. He's actually quite fancy.
I'm a big whiskey guy. Scotch in particular is my jam.
Funny, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
I like water, and as you'll notice, I only drink out of bottles that have late 90s, early 2000s silver chains.
I like it.
Oh,
You'll notice that I also have frosted tips. I'm really living in that kind of 1998 to 2004 sort of world.
Well, it's coming back around, so
Still got my Motorola Razr phone too.
Oh
wow,
my gosh.
that's Die Hard.
That
We're-
is
We're big in the Arizona wine scene, so we drink a lot of the Arizona wine because
That's-
Brian's mom is involved.
really. Talk to us about that, because
Okay,
that's something
so
I find very interesting.
Didn't know there was an
Sure.
Arizona wine scene.
Yes,
So
there
my
is.
mom retired several years ago from a 35-year career in nursing, mostly in pediatrics. She's, when you're in a field like that, you have to be a lifelong learner because you have to continue to keep your certifications up and things like that.
Sure.
Learn about new disease, all sorts of nonsense. And so when she decided to retire, she was like, well, I'm not done just doing something yet. So she decided to go back to school and actually get a certificate, or was it a certificate or an associate's degree? Anyways, a couple of years, it might have been an associate's degree in enology and viticulture, which is vine and soil sciences. And so she learned how to grow and make wine, and now she's been involved with a couple of different wineries in Arizona, most notably probably the Page Spring Cellars. So if you go 100 miles north of Phoenix, you end up in an area called the Verde Valley, and there's a couple little towns. One of them's Cottonwood,
Yep, I love Cottonwood.
Yeah, that's where my parents live, and there's a burgeoning wine scene there. And so they're involved with that. My dad's really good at drinking it, and my mom's really good at making it, so it works out pretty well.
That's the teamwork you need.
My mom is pretty good at drinking it too. She can drink a lot of people under the table, and she's probably weighs about 110 pounds, little tiny lady. So, yeah.
It just takes practice, something I do not have. Dude,
you could literally get started practicing anytime. So.
It's true. Well, we'll start tonight with the whiskey my roommate left.
Things holding you back.
No. Yeah,
including productivity.
That's true.
I attest to that.
I'm trying to keep, I drink everything so fast. It's a problem. So I'm trying to just sip this so that I can still do this interview without making it super awkward or become simple Jack while we're talking. Yeah, but so anyway,
just everything is shots to Nate.
Cottonwood. I love you guys.
Yeah, that's the story of how we got wine.
My friend works for Flying Leap Vineyards in Tucson, and they make this habanero wine that I really like it, and I hope my future wife likes spicy food because I'm saving her a bottle.
I ruined you. I'm sorry.
No, I was already ruined. You just opened up a whole new world for me. Do you guys ever watch the Hot Ones TV show or YouTube show?
1 or 2 episodes of it. I'm aware of it.
We've done that multiple times.
I'm a fan. He's a fan. Let's talk to him about it.
Have you guys ever tried the Bomb or any of their really hot sauces?
No, but I found the Bomb at some kind of market. It's World Market or something like that. I want to buy it and try it, but I'm terrified.
If you try it, it would be a great opportunity to make some Jane in the Jungle YouTube content. If you guys do any of that, I don't know if you guys wanted to do a funny Instagram video or something like that, but just be warned, you will be sacrificing yourself on the altar of.
Yeah. That's actually more my fear is the next day more so than at the moment of doing it. I can feel a lot of heat up front, but I can't. But on the back end, not as much.
Yeah, so. I'll tell you this much. I've done it 3 times, and I'm doing it for a 4th when I go up to Michigan this summer. I'm doing every sauce the Bomb company makes, and I'm gonna die. But all for YouTube fun, yeah. But yeah, it sucks as much coming out as it does going in. So
we called each other the next day, and we were like, guys, I know that in 3 days the pain of this will be forgotten, and we'll want to try it again, but we cannot try it again. And we've all done it more than once, I think. I don't know. Polar Bear, have you done it again?
I haven't. No, the Bomb changed my life. I threw up that day.
On the video, dude, it was oh, that was the best part of that whole video.
Yeah, it fried my insides. I can't eat spicy food anymore. So when I go to the Hispanic side of my family's gatherings now, I really get made fun of.
Poor guy. We don't call you Polar Bear for nothing, though.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't look at it that way.
Yeah, you've never been heckled until you've been heckled by 40 Mexicans all at the same time.
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare in itself. Good Lord.
But yeah, I will probably not participate in that. So
you should, Big B. You should do it. I don't know. It depends on how much you like being you, I guess.
I feel like Yuichi would do it.
I think you would. Yeah, we tried for sure.
But I don't know. I've gone down that road enough times in my life. I'm I don't need to go down it again.
Jordan's just sitting over there. Nope, the vocal cords are too valuable.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
She can't handle a lot of heat anyway. She would tap out at something that would, you guys would be getting warmed up at, probably.
Jordan, what do you do to like? You have a nice edge. I don't really know like proper terms to like describe it, but do you have any like tricks or anything for your voice, or is it just pure talent?
Well, I took classical voice lessons starting in elementary school, and so I learned like the fundamentals of like how to sing, like where you should be singing from. So I guess that alone is really, really important, just like how the breath works and how to make a note and where it's coming from in your body. But it wasn't until I threw all that away and like stopped trying to be like perfect that I found my voice with just letting that all go. So I would say it's a mixture between like really intensive training and then just letting that go and then just trying to find my own voice.
I was gonna say, because they don't teach you that, like, you have a grit that you can't teach that. You just have to have that. Like, I know because I don't have that grit, and I like to sing, but I can't, like, anything with grit. I can't. I'm just too straight for that. I just can't. There's no grit to me.
I know you're not going to like to hear this, but I think you'd be really good at singing country music.
I would. I 3 doors down. I can kill that all day.
Is 3 doors down country music?
He thinks it is.
He's got a twang to his voice. He's from Mississippi. I'll take it.
They're not country though, for sure.
I know.
Oh,
I've dabbled
man.
in Rascal Flats and stuff. That's pretty good.
Rascal Flats, the classics.
That you was pretty good country, so that's a good one to gauge off of.
I'm stoked. I've always been one of those guys who's like, I like everything except country, but lately Polar
Right?
Bear's been sending me country. It's like his mission to just get us to like things that we don't, and it's working.
That's good. No, I mean, if you're willing to dip the toe past just like the top 10 artists that would be actually on like country radio, like I like country western music. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We play
Randy
both
Travis
genres
all day.
here, country and western.
yeah. I also like red dirt country, which is more like, it's kind of like country music from Austin. So it's a little bit like rock and roll based, but it's it's kind of like twangy rock and roll. So that's kind of my thing. But yeah, we've been traveling a lot lately in the band, and I've been making these guys listen to all my country music, and
Awesome.
I guess I'm starting to rub off on him because today, Sam was asking for the damn songs, and and Big B sent his in, and I didn't listen to him yet, but I saw the names of the artists. I'm like, this looks like country music to me. One of them was. So, yeah.
So that ties into my next question for you, Brian. You say you listen to you all listen to all kinds of things, but like Guitar Evolution, like you're playing, like how does like the different genres, like, because Jane in the Jungle is so vast and everything sounds so different, like how do you like determine what, like where you go? And
I honestly have no idea how I come up with the things I come up with, because if you listen to the music, if like you saw the music I listened to and then you listen to my guitar playing, like there's no connection at all. It's like I disagree with it. Okay, well I want to hear your explanation of that in a second, because I'm going to finish my thought though, which is because like at the gym I like super heavy shit, so I'm listening to like Slipknot, right? It's like anything like that, and then it's like if I'm just chilling at home, I'm probably listening to like some country western music or like some 90s like 90s alt stuff, so like Third Eye Blind or Everclear, or I'm listening to like Jordan doesn't like this, but sometimes when I'm cooking and stuff, I like to just listen to like R&B or like shit like Lana Del Rey, just like chill.
Yeah.
I like
stuff.
Lana Del Rey.
I know you like that, but you don't really like the R&B stuff. So so again, like personally, I'm not sure how my guitar playing actually fits into like what I listen to, but Big B, what's your take on it? You obviously had a reaction to that.
I think it's if you know you and like the bands you really love, and I've known you for a long time now, so I know the bands you really like. If you listen to like the first Third Eye Blind record, or kind of anything from Brand New or Social D, Everclear, like I think if you listen to that, like really intently and like hear Jane in the Jungle, I think you can hear parallels in the guitar playing all day long.
Okay.
Like when he told me his favorite band was Third Eye Blind, I kind of laughed at him and like didn't understand it. And then like once I really like listened to at least that first record, like I understood his guitar playing like way more and why he writes the way he does.
Third Eye Blind is good.
Yeah, and that first record is like
probably
my favorite record of all time, like front to back. You don't have to skip any track.
Yeah, you can hear your influences a lot.
Okay. Well, what about my lead playing though? Because that's where I think
You
things
get
get
your
really
influence
weird.
from Slash.
Slash.
No,
yeah.
see, but
Or,
Totally.
you have your bag of tricks, and you get that from a few select guitar players for sure.
So on that front, like Brian's got the Third Eye Blind and the Slash and all the other stuff that is. How do you guys adapt around that? Because I'm sure you guys have your own things you guys bounce off of, and how do you guys meld that all together?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, then I guess so. I think Big B's bass playing is very like clearly influenced by his top bands then too, because like he likes Black Rebel Motorcycle Club was like one of his favorite bands, like Queens of the Stone Age. Like I hear that a lot in the stuff that he does.
Alice in Chains.
You know, that kind of stuff. So
Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana obviously is one of his favorites as well. So, or like, you know, you go like, I'm looking around the room here, and it's like those Ramones posters, and it's like stuff like that. So, you know, just like straight up like old school punk rock.
The show's called Bear Attack. Every once in a while, we have to attack something. What's like the worst music you've ever heard?
Oh, this would be good.
Sheesh.
If it's one of your friends, you don't have to tell us, but
Pretty bad music that people know what I'm talking about, but I can't say anything. But I guess I just don't. When it makes my ears hurt, like I would say that's pretty bad.
Everything we listen to on this show.
Oh, really?
None of it makes my ears hurt.
No, we're all fine with it, but to the like a classically trained vocalist or like observer of like regular music that isn't horrifying to listen to, it'd probably be traumatic for people.
That all depends.
Someone that's like tone deaf, like not to be mean, but that is hard to listen to. Like
Axl Rose.
that do that, but there are some singers that it's like their shtick, and I just can't get into it.
There's also a lot of really shitty rappers out there right now. I feel like
Yes, there are.
Yep.
the rap genre needs like to refresh itself, because
Dude,
I feel like there's not like any content that's, you know, there's some shit that's catchy and some shit that's fun to bop your head to, but like from a perspective of like what's the value of the content or like what's the message, it's like there's just really no substance right now. And I not to say every person has to be writing earth-shattering shit, but it's like if someone was.
Oh, I love rap, and I think it's just in a dark age right now. Hard rock too. I kind of feel like I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah,
these days.
it's stale, man. Like
There's a lot of cheesy shit out there in hard rock. Actually, we were listening to Octane the other day.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like half the songs, I'm like, Jordan, like this is super cheesy, and she's like, yeah, like every song on here is super cheesy.
And I'm like, so our music would fit right in.
No,
you guys are no. You're not asking Alexandria. Like if I have to hear them one more time, I think I'm gonna put a bullet in my head. But
so is Ocean Creatures like a legit EP, or did Spotify just put all your singles together? This shows how much I know about.
Legit EP, but we did release the majority of the EP as singles.
When did that come out? I'm an amazing podcast host, by the way, you
on
guys.
March 11th, so almost a month ago.
Awesome.
But it was 2 years in the making.
Yeah, the first song from the EP, the first single was released April 11th of 2020. Is that correct? 10th. April 10th of 2020.
Yeah.
So actually, will be this weekend will be the 2 years since this cycle got started. So
yeah, I've been jamming Lucky 7 like it's been in my constant rotation ever since that came out. So yeah, for our listeners, if you guys want to hear some rock that's not horrible, Jane in the Jungle. This is
Thank you.
What a great
keep having him on.
Can I get that quote in writing?
Yes.
If you want to listen to some rock that's not horrible, listen to Jane and the Jungle.
Jordan, I gotta tell you, I was walking around. I was walking around at work in the middle of the night because I work horrible hours. I'm like night at the museum, but
It's true.
Trouble came on, and I just like your voice hit me, and I just fucking burst out in the middle of this big ass arena, nobody around. I was just singing that song. I'm like, if only people could hear this right now.
Trouble's a sing along one. That one's fun.
No, we really like doing Trouble, and that was probably actually our most hard rock song. And so we wanted to take the elements of Trouble and Ocean Creatures, that 90s grunge vibe, and that's kind of what we just recorded and like where we're headed next. So we're really excited about it.
It's like heavy, but it's kind of like grungy, and some of it's like, I don't know. There's a couple of like more upbeat tunes that we did, but like 3 of the 5 songs that we just recorded are definitely like feel more heavy grungy.
So like Alice in Chains meets like Chili Peppers type of thing?
No, like Alice in Chains meets
like Bush.
Okay.
Jane's Addiction.
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I mean, it's a very 90s kind of tones to it. Yeah. And then there's like one tune that's kind of like, you know, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it because I think it conveys the best, is like more in the Paramore kind of vein.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're down with that.
Like, no, I know, but sometimes like,
well, I would say more so like Avril Lavigne.
I would say more, for sure. Avril Lavigne is like way.
Are you talking about the same song?
Fight.
I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with either. If you did a combo of those 2 things, it's gonna be great. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put it there.
Well, yeah. I guess to me, Paramore is just so pop now.
Well,
that's true.
I'm talking Paramore when Paramore was actually themselves and not just Hayley Williams.
Back when Hayley Williams got grounded for not getting good enough grades.
Yes.
She's driven by true teen angst.
Speaking of front women, Jordan, I got a question for you. I wanted to talk about the image a little bit. I know the Bryans over there have their like shtick and whatever, but you go all out with
badass all the time.
Yeah, exactly. You go full out on the makeup and the costumes and stuff. Can you elaborate on that? Like, what drives? How do you like pick out what it looks like? What's good? What's bad? Like, how do you go about all that?
Oh, I just have to go with the flow. I never really know until like it's done. You know, the look. But it's kind of always been like morphed as it goes. But I just like to have fun, and it's all about the performance in the show. And people come to see a show, and it helps me get into character. And like I said, it helps me have more fun. And I think it's more fun to watch someone have a cool outfit that's different. And,
yeah, I would agree with that. As you know, a person in the band, observing Jordan's choices on that stuff is, I don't know. It gives a certain like you're saying, like people do come to be entertained, and it's like you have to remember that. Like that's when you're playing a live show, that's your number one goal, right? It's like to make people have a good time, because if they have a good time, they'll come back.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
So plus also like you know, in this world that's driven so much by social media, it's like it's just opportunities for good content too. It's like if Jordan, you know, like no offense to us, but like we kind of look the same every show, like about 90% the same every time. So like from a photography standpoint, of like a video standpoint, it gives some sort of focal point that's like maybe a little more interesting, that can keep it fresh. Plus, gosh, there's just so much like fashion influence stuff out there too, where it's like I don't know, I think there's a lot to that. That's more than just having fun with it for her, because that's all she needs to do. But I think there's a lot of other things that kind of get attached to that, which I think are cool.
Sure.
Plus, when you're as cool as just like I agree with you. Like I also have a man crush on Big B, and when you're just as cool as Big B, you don't really need to like do anything other than just kind of just show up and be majestic and stand there.
Sure.
And so it's like there's no reason. It's like if he was wearing, you know, glitter or whatever, it's like it would kind of take away from his mystique.
That could be true. I also think though, if you guys ever just want to like really switch it up, if you switch Big B and Jordan's outfits, that might cause.
Maybe we should do a music video where all the guys have like these ridiculous like costumes like you are on, and you're just wearing like a band t-shirt,
Black shirt.
I was gonna say you should just have one show where Big B rides up on like a motorcycle or something, and then just like, oh, I think that'd be hilarious.
Just fire.
Yeah, we could maybe make that happen.
Yeah. So he's gonna ride up on a hog, and I'm gonna ride up on a horse.
Yes.
I have
a guy following on the socials lately. I've been my look has been kind of rocking the cowboy hat thing going on. That just started for South by, and the guys liked it so much that I was like,
I wouldn't say it's a cowboy hat.
oh yeah, it's just like, have you guys seen
Western?
It's a Western headwear.
Western headwear.
I haven't even noticed that, but
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now because I just
For the urban cowboy. In
gotta
your-
do it.
Photo of it.
Yeah, on the page from South by.
Speaking of,
That's a lot
you
of
guys have done a couple cool things recently, and I want to hit on them real quick. You guys were just at the Grammys, a whole after party. You guys do that like every year, but how was it this time around?
It was really fun. Actually, it was in Vegas. Want to talk about that?
Yeah, I had a great time going to it in Vegas. It was really neat. It was in the MGM Arena, so it's a little smaller venue, so it was a little more intimate and better sight lines and stuff. So I thought that was cool. There were some really amazing acts. Probably my number one favorite this time around was Brandi Carlile. I think she's incredible. She's just got such a unique voice. But Billie Eilish put on a really cool show. Set for Olivia Rodrigo's thing, that was awesome. They did a great job with that. There's some other really good performances too. I think people that stuck around to the end. The last band that played this, it's called Brothers Osborne, kind of like a newer band. Like they were cool and put on a fun show at the end. So I mean, it's just always a good time. We got to go to the Premiere Awards as well, which are happened during the day. That's when actually a majority of the awards are given out. So we saw the Foo Fighters won all three of their categories. They obviously were not there, but that was cool to see that. Overall, awesome experience, and it was just a fun time. So we were glad to be able to be there.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, and then the other thing you guys did, you did South by Southwest, and you opened up for one of my heroes, actually. And speaking of fun show, that guy is incredible. Like, dude's like as old as he is, like freaking amazing. Talk about opening up for Sammy Hagar and all those peoples.
Ed Rocker.
Do you want to let it spill?
I don't.
How was your personal experience?
It was great. There was a lot of tequila.
Yeah.
You had Taco Wabo out there.
Yeah.
You like the mezcal?
The mezcal was great.
Oh yeah. That shit'll put you on your ass real quick though.
Is that all you can remember?
That's all I remember.
Yeah, too much of the mezcal.
It was a fun weekend. It was a fun show. He was great. All the bands were amazing, and we had a lot of fun playing for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably our biggest show to date. So, and it was just the coolest venue ever. You get the Austin City skyline in the back, and it backs up to Lady Bird Lake, and it's just really pretty, and it was just a really fun time, and it was a free event, so you had just a bunch of people there and sitting on the grass, like enjoying food and beverages and just having a good time.
Yeah, and you actually got to like hang out with Sammy. Like I was looking at your Instagram, you had pictures with the guy.
For a second, I didn't know he was going to be coming up, but I was saying hello to Elodie, which is in the Dunes that played with us. And he just comes walking up, and I'm like, "Oh wow, all right, there we go." So I said hello to him, and we took a photo, and he was very sweet.
Awesome. Love to
Yeah,
hear it.
he seems like, just from like what I've seen, he seems like this chill guy who's just there to have a good time. Like there's no ego to him, and like
He definitely likes to carry around his booze. That's
Oh
for sure.
yeah. I got like 5 of his bottles up there.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's all these people like in the audience that had the Cabo Wabo bottles. We were shocked they could get in.
Huh.
Guess they just hid it in their purse or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, never underestimate the prison pocket.
They're not the right shape for a prison pocket. They're kind of shaped like this. And that's probably about the accurate size, wouldn't you say, Sam?
Yeah, the Santo tequila bottle. Yeah, they're pretty square. Yeah.
Like you said, don't underestimate.
Yeah, I have a buddy whose dad was in prison while we were in high school. And do you remember the original Droid, big old square smartphones?
My gosh.
There was a guy with one of those in the joint.
No.
There's only one way to get him in.
They were so square. I do remember.
Very sharp.
My dad had like one of the like Droid smartphones where it like flipped up and it had a keyboard under it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, less serious question for you guys, and you guys can answer how you want. You mentioned that that's probably your biggest show to date. Going into that, like, there's a whole production, I'm sure. Like, did you guys have your own equipment, or do you have to use somebody else's? And how do you set up your sound and all that? Not like that's a whole big thing, I'm sure.
Funny that you ask that, because when you play at South by Southwest and you're an out of town band, usually almost every gig has backline, right? So they have drums and amps and stuff for you. You just bring your guitars and pedals and go. So we had like in our writer, it told us what equipment was going to be furnished for us. We're like, that's fine. We will use that. So we get there the day of the show, a few hours before our set, and there's no backline there. And there was a drum kit.
There was a miscommunication.
Yes. So we did manage to get.
Managed to get amps in our backline like 30 minutes, pretty much before we went on.
Yeah.
That must have been nerve-wracking.
Stress.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you deal with like that? Like, you don't even get a sound check with it? Like, it's a foreign amp? Like, how?
We got a super quick sound check. We popped them on like pretty fast, and then it worked out. But the whole time, and just can you remain calm?
Yeah, there was.
I'm like, is this really happening? And we're kind of already in shock as it is, because you're playing like the biggest show that you've ever played in your life.
Yeah. Jeez.
And so it's just like you're in this like kind of weird, like, all right, this is happening, and we'll see if we can play.
How did the crowd respond? Like, how was the crowd response?
Really good.
Really great. We had tons of people coming up that really enjoyed it, and tons of people that were taking videos that shared it on their Instagram that we re-shared again, and the security guards loved it, and that was really sweet. And
That's a big deal.
Yeah, the security guard. Trust me, I know.
Because if the security guards are into it, you're putting on a hell of a show.
Yeah, because we're trained not to get involved.
Yeah, they're not supposed to watch.
Right. Now, I just saw a video of a security guard at Dance Gavin Dance, like looking at all the people singing along and then looking at the guys on stage and just going, what the fuck is this? So,
But
congratulations.
I know you guys are on a tight schedule, so I'm gonna end it. One question, and then we always end the show with what you're loving. The question is, how do you guys feel about Bigfoot? And then you guys can talk about what you guys are loving right now.
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot, man.
How do I feel about Bigfoot? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Romantically, platonically.
Oh, man, I love Bigfoot.
Yes.
And I know why.
Is that him in the corner?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
The reason he loves Bigfoot is because it's nice for him to have some family around.
Exactly. I'm a huge believer in Bigfoot, actually, and I love all the conspiracy stuff about it. I just watched the episode of Unexplained with William Shatner about Bigfoot. Like, I'm super into it. Yeah. I'm a believer.
So I too am a believer, but I have a little different perspective on him. I actually think he's been hiding out in Cuba with Elvis and Tupac for a while. So
obviously.
they're going to drop one of the hottest new mixtapes this year, though, is what I heard, is Tupac, Elvis, and Bigfoot.
What does Bigfoot do? What does he play?
He sings mostly. He actually sings in an operatic style. He's a soprano, I believe.
That makes two of us, but go on.
Yeah, I mean, I would be scared if I came close to a Bigfoot. Like, seriously. But I believe that they're out there, and if I'm in the woods or whatever, like, I just hope they stay away.
Jordan just told me the other day that she does not really like camping, and now I understand why.
Yeah,
gosh.
I'm a little afraid of Bigfoot, if I'm being real.
Yeah, I think he could be
Do you have a man crush on Bigfoot also?
Now
that we've determined your type of man.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what Bigfoot's tattoos look like because his arms are kind of hairy. So I don't think so. But
oh my gosh, can you imagine the prep to give Bigfoot a tattoo?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what you're saying is you're open to it.
I'm open to it for sure. I mean, yeah, if I saw him play bass sometime, it could go that way for sure.
Oh god, I told you it was gonna be weird, Big B. I really did.
Wish we would have asked Big B about that sooner. We could have just made that the whole.
Probably should have led with that question.
I know.
We will do that from now on.
Yeah, new note starting now. Always open.
Well, usually I ask people about Bigfoot and aliens pretty early, but Ocean's had a whole list. I thought he's really excited to ask you guys all those questions.
I'm the professional here, kind of, sort of. Yeah, right. Nobody here's professional except you guys. So.
Oh no, you guys did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a professional forklift driver, so take that.
Heavy machinery scares me as much as Bigfoot scares Jordan. There you go.
But I'm all about it. I love like the conspiracies too.
And Jordan loves machinery as well. She's actually one of the best forklift drivers I've ever seen.
Sweet. Come on down to Tom's Camperland. I need some help.
You're at Tom's Camperland, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were just doing a commercial really quick.
He just doxed himself.
Yeah. I don't care. Come find me.
Beef with polar bear. He'll be behind a forklift. You can get scared on those things.
So we're gonna let you guys go. Real quick though, what are the three of you loving right now?
Are you talking about the songs that we were supposed to do?
No. I got your notes. We're good there. No, just like in life, whatever, you know.
Oh.
What's floating your boat?
What is floating my boat? Honestly, getting to be getting to be home for a couple of weeks and spend some quality time with my cat.
Hell yeah.
What's your cat's name?
Willow.
Ah, I got a dog. Her name is Pepper.
Aww. All right. Well, I'll be sure not to bring Willow over. Willow.
Don't do that. She hates everything She hates everything that moves except for people.
There you go. That's what I'm loving right now. What about you guys?
Oh, I'm loving soup.
Never go wrong with good soup.
Brian's been making homemade soup, like bone broth soup.
Oh my god, dude, we're missing out over here.
We've been on a bone broth diet, and it's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. There's something about a good bone broth soup for sure.
I think I need to get into that habit. You guys look great, and I'm just over here like sweating in a room with the AC on. Like, what's wrong with me? I don't know.
You get to have the air conditioning on? That must be nice. Luxury.
Why can't you turn the air conditioning on?
Because I live in a manufactured. I live in a manufactured house from 1987, and the air conditioner is
loud,
horrifically loud.
Yeah, and his audio is terrible if his AC is on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What about you, Big B?
I bought a pellet grill and smoker, so I've been just enjoying being outside and grilling and barbecuing.
Yeah.
I smell a side business coming. I smell a side business.
Maybe one day. Yeah.
I would buy that, man. Big B's barbecue. Good lord, I'd be all over that shit. So
Sells
quick.
itself.
Hell yeah.
They have this coffee chain in the Midwest called Big B's Coffee, and I've been telling him he needs to open a franchise out here, and he'd kill it.
Dude, coffee is life, bro. I either way, smoked meats or coffee. You got me either way.
Coffee.
You can put coffee in your marinade for the smoked meats.
Oh god, dude.
Good idea.
All right, well, that has been Jordan, Brian, and Brian Big B from Jane in the Jungle. Thank you for listening to Bear Attack. We appreciate you guys coming on. Go check them out on the socials. Check out their YouTube. They got all kinds of great music. They're all over the place, so check them out everywhere. And Polar Bear, do the thing.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to our podcast. We'll see you later. Thanks, Jane in the Jungle, for being on with us. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.